become. Allah says, إِنَّهُمْ فِي لَبْسٍ جَدِيدٍ. They are in a new garment. What this labsun jadid means is that at every point we ought to be in a way that we are different from what we were previously. How can that truly happen? Unless, of course, we are introspecting within ourselves, and we are defying our own set parameters and boundaries, and we are breaking them constantly. Sadra, on this point, he makes a very pertinent observation. Although he doesn't talk about the inner self, he talks about the outer motion. He states, contrary to the Sufi masters, he states it's a question of labsun ba'da labsin. It's an evolutionary motion, an evolutionary growth. It is fashioning upon fashioning, garment upon garment that we are changing. And look at it in the outside world. When a seed is planted, it sprouts, it becomes a tree, it grows branches, it gives fruit. In all of its stages, we will say that the tree is not the seed. However, the seed has not been lost. It has evolved into a tree. Yet it is not seed per se. It has arrived at the fullness of the potential that was within a seed. Wouldn't we say that? The inner motion is similar. That we evolve into beautiful existence from within. We are defying every limit at every point, at every instance. The goodness that is there is elaborated, and it is fashioned differently, and even that has to be shedded, has to be broken, so that the inner self can evolve into something far greater and much more profound and more befitting. Now, we go towards the interpretation of a verse here. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala states in the Quran, مَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسِ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. When Allah states this, what do we understand? We understand that Allah wants us to worship Him, and that's why He has created us. Without understanding the meaning of worship, now I'll ask a simple question. Think about this carefully, and you need to ask yourselves these searching questions, and so do I. Weren't we better off had Allah not created us? Be truthful. Be truthful. Wouldn't have we been better off had Allah not created us at all? If that is not comprehensible, then let's explain. Imam Zainul Abidin Salamullah alayhi states, O Allah, had it not been beyond death, the mere remembrance of death would have made this life of mine unbearable. But what may I say to you, and how may I complain, when I know that that which is to come after death and beyond that shall make that a pleasing welcome? And then imagine, if that is not enough, you have the crushing of the grave, the solitude therein, the loneliness, the amounts of fear that we will incur. And if barzakh is not enough, then the day of Qiyamah, through the fear of which the grave shall spit out their inhabitants. And on the day of Qiyamah, the people will cry out, O Lord, return us to our graves, for that were bearable in comparison to this. And what of the day of Qiyamah, when Allah says, يَوْمَ تَرَوْنَهَا تَذْهَلُ كُلُّ مُرْضَعَةٍ أَمَّا أَرْضَعَتْ. On the day in which you behold it, every woman feeding her child will become confused and perplexed. Her child shall drop from her hand and she will be inadvertent. Every woman bearing a child shall miscarry her child and shall not even be aware that it has happened. وَتَرَى النَّاسَ سُكَارَى وَمَا هُمْ بِسُكَارَى وَلَكِنْ عَذَابَ اللَّهِ شَدِيدٌ. He will see people, they will appear drunkard. By God, they shall not be drunkard. It will be the severity of the day. And every subsequent maqam or rank and station on the day of Qiyamah, which in itself is an evolutionary reality, will be far worse than the preceding one. There will come a place when the sons of Adam will tear away the flesh of each other. There shall come a place where they shall give their mothers to the pits of hell and say to Allah, Allah, save us. There shall be a place and a time where the great Ibrahim shall clasp his chest and say, Allahumma nafsi, nafsi. Oh Allah, save me from the pits of hell. I will say, oh Allah, had you not created me, I would have been better off than this. Is that not the truth? Ask this question. We are in this world. Look at this world. It's full of misery. It rains for 2 months in Britain, continuously. And then when I come to your town, the sun shines. But that 1 hour of sun makes us forget the 2 months of rain. Imagine. This world is full of miseries. And then if this is not enough, he has created the shaitan. What sort of a life is this? Think about this carefully. He has put us in a building. Is it not a joke? He has put us in a building. There are 100 doors. And he says, in every door, behind every door, there are 99 doors that will lead you astray. One will lead you to the right path. And these 99 doors, if you get it wrong, there's a booby trap there, or there's a mine that will blow you to pieces. What sort of a world is this? Isn't that the truth? Did the Prophet not draw a circle around a Sahabi and drew many lines? And he said to him, all of these are shaitans coming to you. There's only one angel coming to you. What sort of a life is this? Be truthful and honest. Ask yourselves, would it not have been better had I not been created altogether? Look at the way we are. We want to justify things because it gives us comfort that we are in that safety parameter, within that safety net. It suits me to justify God. I'm going to say something. Please forgive me for this. Please forgive me for this. Because we are worshipping a false God, and maybe we have not understood altogether. The God that we are worshipping finally needs to be brought and stood inside the dock. And we need to present evidence against him and execute him, so that we may be released from this torment and torture and slavery of justifying something, and we can evolve freely. Now this verse, that I have not created man and jinn except that they should worship me. We will say, oh Allah, do you need worship? You've got Jibrail, Mikael, Israfil. Ali ibn Abi Talib salamullah alayhi states that he has angels. That he has angels that are so absorbed in his worship that they are unaware that Adam has been created. There are angels in Qiyam, others bowed, others prostrated. Allah does not need any of their worship. Oh Allah, why did you create me and then create me in this state? And now I read your Quran, oh Allah wants me to worship him, so then I do sajdas and fast. What has Allah got to gain from this anyway? It just shows that we have misread it. And our misreading of the verses is based on our false and inaccurate worldview. When Allah says, I have not created man and jinn save that they should worship or worship me, he is talking at the nature of existence. This is the reality of existence. And what he is pointing at is the ideal inner situation that has to be in accordance with the external existential position. What is worship? In Arabic, when we look at the word worship, abada, ya'budu, ibada, it is, in the literal sense, a gesture of slavery and inability. It's a gesture